Good morning. I'm out walking and I've just seen and heard something that I wanted to share with you. So every day pretty much I go walking around a school field. It's really lovely, really peaceful, all of that jazz. Anyway, I'm doing my usual walk and I hear somebody shouting, like really shouting. And as I get closer I realise that it's a teacher. And there's a young lad in front of him, he's like 13, 14 years old. And this teacher is enraged, like seriously enraged at this young lad. So I hear him shouting. He's telling him off, basically. He's done something that he shouldn't have done. But he's shouting so loudly and he's stood super close to him in front of his peers. So all of his peers are stood there watching and listening, and it was awful. It was truly awful. And as I'm looking, I'm thinking, wow, that is super intimidating, you know. Can't imagine being that little one right now. But also the teacher appeared to me to be quite aggressive, and he was so disempowering to that young adult. Really felt for him. And as I'm watching, as I'm listening, I'm thinking, do I say something to this teacher? I could literally hear him across the other side of the field. He was that loud. And I'm thinking, do I say something? Do I not say something? What do I do here? All the thoughts running through your head like they do. And the biggest one was, do you know what? That is not the way to change behaviour or attitude. And I'm thinking about it, I'm pondering on it as you do, and I thought, hang on a minute. This is commonplace in the workplace too. It's not just in the school playground. It's not just when they're doing PE and the kid's throwing a ball at somebody's head or whatever. You know, this is commonplace behaviour from managers and you know, your peers in the workplace. I remember experiencing it when I've gone into other people's workplaces. I've seen them experiencing it too. And it's awful. And as I'm stood there and as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, there are so many things that I wanted to say to that teacher. You know, to educate him on successful conflict management and behaviour change. That isn't the way to instill anybody to change, to encourage anybody to make any changes to their behaviour or their attitudes. I just wanted to say that to the teacher. And as I'm looking, I'm thinking, there's other teachers there. Why aren't they stepping in? Why aren't they saying something to this teacher that is literally like, I thought he was going to explode. It was that bad. And then all of a sudden it stopped and he walked away from this little lad. And I could see him. I was like, I felt really sorry for him. I felt like he'd just been attacked because he had. So anyway, it got me thinking about successful conflict management and behaviour change and all of that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to flag it up for you today in terms of, do you notice that in your workplace? And do you step in? Do you say something to those people when you see them being a little bit aggressive, a little bit intimidating or disempowering to their workforce, their employees, their staff, their peers, you know, your colleagues? I want you to take note today and see if you notice that anywhere in your organisation. I want to give that little lad a hug, bless him. Anyway, listen, if you like what I talk about here, if you like what I do, if you like my musings as I walk or as I write or any of that kind of stuff, please make sure you like this, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share it with your friends. That'd be pretty awesome. Thanks so much, hope you have a fabulous day. Speak soon. And I just thought of another thing. So that young lad, right, that teacher has been like crazy at him today. It's lesson number 1. Lesson number 1 of the day. Can you imagine what his day is going to be like and what his experience is going to be like for the rest of the day? He's going to be pretty rubbish. Oh my God, that just came to me. I can't imagine what that young lad is going to be feeling today and how his behaviour is going to be different in a bad way because of that teacher. Our teachers have got a responsibility, just like our managers and the people who lead us. They have a responsibility. And that teacher just totally, I don't know what that teacher just did to that young lad, but my word, that poor lad. you know, when I think about it, I think he's just experienced that. He's going to have a pretty rubbish day today, isn't he? Let's face it. He's going to be pretty upset, and he's going to be angry, and he's going to be frustrated, and he's going to take it out on his peers, and he's going to take it out on the other teachers. But the other teachers won't know, because that bloody teacher won't tell him. And also, that is how we're conditioned. You know, that experience that young lad has just had, that teacher has contributed to his conditioning and his experience going forwards in life. We're responsible for that, all of us. How we talk to people, how we interact with people, how we are with people. It's all about social conditioning, and that young lad has just been conditioned to think that that is the way that people should talk to him and interact with him and tell him off and all of that kind of stuff. But it's not right. If I was that teacher, I would have stood there super calm. I would have taken that young lad to one side where nobody else could hear, and I would have asked him why he did what he did. I would have asked him to explain what was going on for him, what was going through his head, why he did that, what he thought the consequences were, and talk to him in a calm and rational manner. But that teacher didn't do that. He shouted. He was aggressive, he was intimidating, and he totally disempowered that young lad. And that's going to go forwards now with him, both today, but also, you know, potentially for the rest of his life. We are responsible for that. So think about the words that you use to people and the way that you communicate in your day. Think about the impact that might have on people on an ongoing basis, maybe for the rest of their life. Anyway, rant over. I'll leave you to it. Have a fab day. See you soon. Bye for now. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, all of that stuff. Much love. Bye now.